What is up, everyone? Alex here with another skin tier list, this time on Soraka the Star Child. Now, this is going to be my first time covering a champ that isn't an AD carry, so just bear with me a little bit as I venture into the unknown territory that is the support role? What's a support? No, I don't know what it is. I have a video to do. Can you just tell me? Alright, so I just did a crash course on what a support was, so I am going to quickly go over my personal tiers and things that get champions in higher tiers, just because I've been going over things and am going to be changing stuff up a bit going forward. So I think my D tier has been a little poorly explained in the past, so now it's basically I would rather use the base skin for the champ over skins in D tier. Skins in C tier mean that they're kind of plain, and I would use them more for sentimental reasons more than any other reason. B tier is for skins that have some really slick stuff to them, new animations and or new particles, stuff like that. Now, the biggest change is that S and A tier are basically the same caliber of skins. S tier is just for my personal favorite. So, basically, anything in S and A tier are the best possible skins for the champ, and my S tier is for my biased #1 favorite skin, my opinion. It's my skin tier list, so I get to do that. Alright, stuff on screen on what I looked at and considered important in what makes a skin good. This doesn't really change much video to video, so we're gonna move on to the actual tier list. So the first skin we're gonna talk about is her Divine skin, and it's fitting that the word Divine starts with a D because coincidentally that's exactly what tier it goes in. Look, you make a champion that's some mystical satyr character with a horn on her head, and then you remove that horn and leave in lines that talk about it. Well, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's gonna hurt your standing in the tier list. I am really sorry to be the one to break it to you. Also, there's the whole thing about it literally just being a model change, and not a great one at that. The only good thing I can say about this skin is that years ago, in the times known as the dark days for Soraka, there was something so terrifying, something so graphic, YouTube has forbidden me from showing it, but I don't care anymore. The truth must be shown. This was her original splash art, and it's awful, and the Divine splash art covered it up. So yeah, silver linings and all that. Can we please get this off the screen? Please. It's actually freaking me out. All right, moving on. How many skins? How many skins do I have left? You're joking, right? That's too many. Are you serious? Alright guys, not gonna lie, we're gonna be doing something a little new for me. It's called the lightning round. I'm gonna move through some of the next couple skins at a bit of a faster clip. Will I still be overly dramatic like I just was with the original Soraka splash art? Well yeah, this is me we're talking about. Next up is Dryad Soraka, and yes, I'm pronouncing it like that because everyone pronounces it like that. Let's say it with me. Soraka. Get over it. Oh wait, the word is... People argue over Dryad? It's pronounced Dryad, right? I can't argue with you right now. Skin tier list. I'm doing a video. Like, get over it. This skin turns Soraka green. That's it. We're gonna move on because, like I said, lightning round. Our last member of D tier is the epitome of disappointing because it had so much meme potential. It is the Order of the Banana Soraka. This skin is basically all an April Fool's joke celebrating the fact that if someone scores a kill with a Soraka auto attack, the crowd goes absolutely bananas.
Oh, the what? Banana! The fadeaway banana! Banana auto attack!
Oh my god!
You know, because her auto attacks look like bananas. I don't think I needed to explain that, but we're gonna keep on trucking. This skin could have been so great, and it's just not, and it makes me sad. Like, I'm actually getting angry at how bad Riot screwed this one up. All right, lightning round, blah, 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 blah. What's next? What, C tier? Oh, great, finally. Oh, cool, first up is our Celestine? Look, like I said, it's pronounced Soraka. Look, I don't know how to pronounce it, but I actually like this one. One of my favorite parts is her staff looks really complex and it has this intricate webbing to it. It also changes up some of her spell effects with similar designs. Weirdly enough though, my absolute favorite thing about the skin is that her death animation has her get Thanos snap, and I kind of love it. Because if you haven't figured it out yet, I am a huge nerd and it's purely coincidence that her death animation reminds me of one of the biggest mass slaughters you've ever seen in movie history. I'm not gonna cry about it, but I'm getting really close.
What you say? That you only meant well.
We're gonna move on to Reaper Soraka. So I think there's something really special about this next one. There's something about taking a character who seems to be all about life, peace, and light and flipping their themes on their heads. So of course we had to make Soraka all edgy, which is both fine and hilarious to me. So this is our first entry that is in the Legacy Vault. It has better spell effects than everything so far and also gets a haunting voice filter, but it is also more expensive. You can't buy it anyway, so it doesn't matter too much unless they bring it out of the vault for whatever reason, but I don't think it's worth the $13.50 price tag. The effects are cool, they're just a little bland, but hey, maybe you're going through your edgy phase. And yes, speaking as somebody who had one from 14 to 18, it is absolutely a phase. Let your mom know she was right and have her take you shopping for some clothes that aren't all black and have a bunch of zippers on it. We move on now to our B tier, and we have only one member here with Program Soraka. So for those that don't know, I have recently come back to League after a several-year long hiatus. I recently finished my Season 9 ranked adventure at the high rank of Silver 2. Yes, hold your applause, we have a tier list to get to after all. So a fun part of these tier lists for me is I get to see skins I have no memory of, this being one of them. While researching Soraka, I came across the skin and just had no idea it existed. I have never seen it in game, and honestly, it's probably because Soraka just isn't super common in the games I play, but it's actually pretty cool. Although only getting a voice filter, it sounds so different, it basically might as well be all new voice lines.
No, I'm not happy to see you. Yes, that is a horn growing out of my head.
All her spell effects get a digital overhaul to them. She gets a new recall. This is a really well done skin, and I don't think you can go wrong with this one. The only reason it's not higher on the list is just because I like the remaining couple a little bit more. I think they have a little more polish to them, and if you're a fan of the project skins and you like Soraka, this is probably a home run for you. Alright, we are getting into the real nitty-gritty with our A tier now with Winter Wonder Soraka. So generally speaking, I like the snowy theme skins, and this one has great spell effects, an incredibly cute model. She basically looks like she's gonna abandon her coronation and go live in an ice castle on top of a mountain. Does it feel like I'm shoehorning Frozen into this tier list? Alright, that's fair. I'll let it go. She also has a ton of amazing chromas to choose from, and with Christmas coming up, I'll totally have access to it if I suddenly decide to become a support main. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. I will die on my 80 carry hill where I belong. Alright, hopefully my editor, who is also me, has been showing off the skin as much as possible because we're moving on to the rest of A tier. We have another entry into the Star Guardians with Star Guardian Soraka. So first up, I actually love the splash art for the skin a ton. Soraka just looks so strong here, and having the little Shisa in frame is also really cool, especially as someone who plays teamfight tactics and uses this little bastard as my avatar. As a Star Guardian, she gets spell effects that go crazy with the sparkles and cartoon stars, and all her spells look a lot more vivid and clean to me in this skin. The lighting on them is also top-notch. I think I've mentioned it in the past, but Star Guardians do tend to be one of my favorite skin lines. Them, Project, Pulsefire, and Riot are all probably gonna rank higher just because I like them more. We're gonna move through this last entry in our A tier pretty quickly because all of the Star Guardian skins have another skin which is the exact same except they're in their pajamas. Except Jinx, which is, in my opinion, just terrible decision making, Riot. Like, come on, guys. Anyway, Riot's dumb business practices aside, this is a really cute idea and works for Soraka. To be fair, a lot of the Star Guardians don't have pajama skins, which is fine, but the ones that do, it really is the same exact skin, just with a different model. I do like these skins still though, because even though they're kind of unoriginal, there is something about completely clowning fools while your character's chilling in their jammies. It's just the ultimate troll move, and I absolutely approve with every fiber of my being. So, do you remember how in my last video I said I wanted to only have one skin in the S tier? I feel like I'm still doing that with this entry because even though it's technically two skins. I mean, they're very similar to each other. So I'm going to be covering these two while playing footage of both, these being her Nightbringer and Dawnbringer skins. These are her newest skins. They're also her only skins that have new voice lines, and they each have unique ones that the other doesn't have, as few as they are. The Dawnbringer seems to be an agent of peace, and the Nightbringer an agent of chaos. Good versus evil, blah blah. These are pretty generic themes. It is surprising to me, however, that Soraka seems to be the one on the fence of the skin theme. She always pegged me as on the side of good no matter what, so this is kind of surprising to me, but it works out because she gets two very amazing, very legendary skins for the price of one. Oh wait, if you want both, you gotta buy them separate. Well, Riot has to make those bucks somehow. Phew, alright, more differences. Let's see, there's the obvious stuff, like obviously the spell effects are gonna look different because one's red and one's blue. Their dances are very similar, but with different beats to them. The Dawnbringer has like an angelic choir in the background. The Nightbringer has this primal beat to it. Honestly, the main reason they're both in the S tier is because I couldn't decide which one I like more, and it's my list, so obviously the only solution here is to tell me in the comments where you'd rank each one. I actually would love to hear from Soraka mains on this subject. See where you guys place them, let me know. Hey, hi there, it's me, Alex, the guy you just listened to for way too long. So this was my first video where I covered a champion that I don't really play that much, especially given her role is my least played, that being of support. After reading through the script, I realized that I was a lot quicker about it, and I hope that's okay, especially because I'm working on a new system that's gonna keep me productive, keep me motivated, and keep me getting videos out at a faster clip. This is seeming to be my weakness. I kind of just lose motivation, I fall behind, and then I don't do anything about it. I'm trying to work on it, and I do want to apologize for the long wait between videos. I do want to say, if at this point you're still watching, thank you for sticking around. It means a ton. You can do all the regular YouTube stuff down below, but you knew that already. I am constantly encouraging feedback, and if you like or dislike the video, let me know why. This is a constantly evolving system, and I want to know what is working, what's not working, that kind of stuff. I also read every single comment, so even if you just want to chat about League, I'll do that too. If you want to subscribe, now's a good time to do it because, like I said, plenty of new videos incoming soon. That's all for me. My name's Alex, and I will see you in the next one.